This wide angle makes our faces look weird. We are currently in Hobart, Tasmania. Tasmania has a bunch of cave systems. We are going to one called
Hastings Caves.
Hastings Caves.
It's got hot springs.
Oh, there are hot springs, and I think Tasmania is supposed to have glowworms. I don't know if Hastings Caves has them.
I don't think it does.
Bummer. We just got here to the cave. You have to purchase tickets to go inside, so we just did that. Make a booking in advance, because once again we didn't do that, and they weren't sure if they were going to be able to get us in, but it worked out. So we are going to drive to the caves now and see how it goes.
Yeah, thermal springs are closed for COVID.
Bummer. We just made it to the caves, so we're about to go inside. I'm probably not going to talk much. I'm guessing it will echo a lot because it's a cave. It's supposed to be really cold and we aren't really prepared. It's a shame all the biggest trees look like they've been hacked at. I wonder why that is.
Welcome to Newdegate Caves. I'm Jo and this is Alice. So we'll be going in. It's a 45-minute tour. Please refrain from touching the formations. We have oil on our hand. When we touch it, the oil is left behind. Actually, effectively kills the formation and won't grow again. The crystal won't actually stick to it. So we're trying to protect the cave. Alright, I'm going to give you the background. So, just over 100 years ago, they were logging outside. This area was getting logs sent to Hobart, on from Dover, and then on to Dover in the UK in some parts. The very, very large logs that you would have seen outside, about 350 years old. And they felled one of the trees and the branches hit the entrance. And when they went to cut them up, they discovered it, and they climbed down, and they came roughly down to where I am here, because this is a twilight zone. This is a zone that you can see with your naked eye of the light from the entrance. And they're lucky they did, because had they come a little further, well, they would have heard that echo. Can you hear the echo? And they were throwing rocks or sticks, but they would have hit a 15-metre drop. So a couple of days later, they came back with their boss, some lanterns, rope, made a makeshift ladder and went on to discover the cave, pretty much how we are today. So you get a bit of base rock, which is here. A drop of water comes through. In that drop has crystal, calcium carbonate. Ideally that crystal and that drop has to hang there for roughly about a day. And as it does, the crystal forms a ring. That drop of water falls down, another drop comes down and builds on that ring, and so on until you get these. See, around about 100 years ago when they started doing tours here, they would give them to you on the way out. It was called souvenir. We don't do it nowadays, you go to jail. So this is one of the most decorated chambers here. If you look around, it's a really good example, especially for a southern hemisphere. There's a lot of stalactites and stalagmites, lots of little shelves, all throughout this cave. See that little dot? Yeah, that is called a springtail. Now springtails are, crickets feed on springtails.
We just got done with the caves.
Very cool.
They were super cool. I loved them. I got to see a glowworm and one glowworm that wouldn't show up on camera even if I tried. And crickets. It was cool. It was like 48 Australian. 48 Australian, so 24 Australian dollars per person. Not too bad because they go down with you and they do like a whole tour and it's super informative and they were really nice and knew a lot about caves.
I like the champagne glasses.
I was gonna say that one was my favorite too. I'll throw in a clip of that again in case you're wondering which one it was because I don't know how well the audio picked up. It was pretty echoey. Well, they had a bunch of suggestions for us, so tide pooling sounded kind of cool, but I have no idea where it is. And the reception is not working. We just made a stop in Southport. The park ranger at the caves said that there were some like tide pools here, which I don't see any tide pools, but the beach is gorgeous. We're gonna get out and poke around real quick and then, I don't know, drive around and look for the rock pools and see if we can find them. You said there were sea dragons. Oh, the weedy sea dragon. What? Those live here? So that was our trip to the, what was it, Hastings Caves complex and Southport, which we could not find the tide pools at, unfortunately, but it was really beautiful, so it was worth the extra like few minutes driving. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.